Kimberbell releases twice a year. They release these orange boxes, and people clamor to get them because it's usually a way for them to introduce new product.
It's kind of like a Tickle Me Elmo at Christmas, though. People get killed for these things.
There's a, yeah. This is the one that they just came out in July, and what was cool in it that got people excited was it introduced the blue tile system.
The blue tiles.
Was in one of the projects. It's
Reserve your blue tile today.
It's actually used in this project, so of course it's the first one I did. This is what they call their folio. Inside the folio, you can see there's lots of embroidering. They actually give you a book. There's a zippered pocket to hold. They included some Kimberbell exclusive washi tape. They must have known I liked washi tape.
Washi.
This is a dry erase board for making notes or doodling. This is a little notebook. There are some stickers, and I've tucked in the blue tiles because I'm going to show you how they use them, and I'm going to show you how you can use them. Because I used it. If you look at the back of this.
How they use them and how you use them, there's two different things.
Unfortunately. You know Becky.
I know Becky.
This is, if you look at the back of this portfolio, I'm hoping it's showing, I tried to use bright colors you could see. That is actually their quilting tile system, making up the back. There it is. See how it's 4 different designs? 1, whoops, the other way, Becky. 2, 3, 4. But their trick is, with the tile system is how to locate and place them. That's where the magic of the blue tile comes in.
Tiles is that everybody wants.
Yes, and why I said I don't know how many designs it's coming with is this is a beautiful design, but I don't know, it's over 300 designs, but is it because of their different sizes? They're not really 300 designs, that are different. I almost fell over.
That wouldn't have ended well.
I don't know why. But just so you know, the folio
and then
is
Brian wouldn't let you
something
come out and play anymore if you fell over.
I know. The folio is something you may start seeing in your stores as a blank.
As a blank?
As a blank.
You think like September blank or October blank?
No, I mean it's like a standard item that you can come in and make because it got a lot of people excited.
It's kind of cool.
There's a little vinyl pouch that you put in here. These pens came in the box, and they're gel pens. They're really awesome pens. And actually, a USB stick's fit in here as well. I just took it out to put it on the machine to show you blue tiles. But actually, your USB sticks will fit in here. So it's quite the organizer. But anyway, the reason I'm showing it off is they use blue tiles. I don't have another folio to demo with, but I have this, which is like a craft text. And it's not quite as heavy. This is a felt, by the way, not a wool.
Yes.
It's not as heavy as this, but to demonstrate with it will work just fine. Okay?
And is that the placemat one that they made so many years ago?
This is a placemat one that I
they
had
used to
kicking
make,
around.
Yeah, they made those a few years back, like everybody's going to make them, and nobody ever did. Like the pre-cut placemat things.
That's why I have it.
Yeah.
But you know what else?
I might still be able to get them if you can make something cool with it.
You know what else this works for? In Kimberbell's little houses, and actually there's more house designs coming out, those little teeny houses. I made them out of this because I ran out of the other stuff, and this worked really well. So if you're going to make any of those 3D little houses, there's some Halloween ones coming out, haunted houses. And you can actually make it out of this. So anyway, let's park this over here for now. We're done showing off the Bella box.
Okay.
Okay, so tiles.
So was that a turbo tip? Get a Bella box?
No, I'm not trying to sell you on the Bella box. I'm trying to show you this is how we got wind of the tiles, and I want to show you how they work.
Yeah, I've been wanting to see these. Everybody's talking about these tiles. I'm like,
this is it, bubbies. It's a piece of plastic tile. The idea is that these will come in several different sizes, and each one of these tiles will then fit with a given size of a file. I have printed out a file here. So you might have this size for a border or this size for a block. There's going to be tons of different little blue plastic things like this called tiles. Here's how they work. This is how they had us do this project, by the way. I should say that. That's how they had us do this project. They had us hoop up a wash away sticky back. Now this
This is already getting expensive.
is why I'm going to show you how to make use of this without.
Sometimes
Yes.
it's the
Keep it-
practical New Englander in me sometimes is
Think
like
about
really.
it. Well, let's talk about this one project. There were 4 hoopings for each of these tiles, all in sticky back. There was 1 hooping for this one, so now up to 5.
Yeah.
This is 6. This is 7. This is 8 and 9.
Oh, the sticky back?
And just for context, anybody that doesn't
9.
embroider, understand that sticky back is about $50 a roll.
All done in sticky back with a 5x7 hoop.
Yeah.
So I went.
Suddenly ammunition
First of all,
seems cheap.
it's
Yeah.
wash away stick. It's wait a minute. It's wash away sticky back too, because you
Ooh.
don't want it to show later.
Ooh.
So that means you have to tear and think about. See this quilt design? You have to tear all that interfacing out,
So you definitely want water
and
soluble.
then you got to soak it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Here's how it works. Brent, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, what am
Up on the screen already, you have
Oh.
the design. Can we show that? Per
Yeah.
chan- Oh, you got it. Oh, you guys are so, you're getting so good, man. All right, so on the sewing machine, you have this design, right?
Yes, right there.
Okay, so I want you to go to the first step of embroidering.
So I'm
I
gonna
have
go to
hooped
embroider.
sticky back stabilizer and a bright blue thread, so hopefully we can see what's going on.
All right, so I just have
Okay.
one thing. It says embroider. Am I supposed to have more than just that? There's only one color.
Oh, man.
Did we load the wrong one?
I thought, oh, you know, it's a different file. Okay, well,
I can load a different one real quick.
no, I'll show you.
Okay.
It should be on there. Basically, the first stitch is going to create your alignment on here. But I
So-
don't see it on there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So maybe come out,
Okay.
maybe in that same one, there's an alignment stitch that's separate, although I didn't think there was on this one.
I'm just gonna go back to our.
Embroidery. Well, you went
Yeah.
all the way out.
Yeah.
Pocket,
I'm,
USB. Go into portfolio. No, I'm sorry, embroidery.
embroidered
There-
files. Yeah.
This is the stick that comes in the Bella box, has everything on it.
You're fired.
Which one do you want to make?
We're doing the portfolio, so it's right where your big fat thumb
The
is.
Dream Plan portfolio.
Yeah. No, see, there isn't one there.
Well, maybe are these your alignment ones there?
No, that's my zipper. That's my zipper pouch.
Zipper. Okay, so maybe.
Okay, forget it. I'll show you how.
All right. Want me to load it back? It's loaded back up, or do you want me to do something different?
Here, load it back up.
Okay.
Here's what they have you do. You take some over here now, overhead, please. Okay. You take your blue tile and you go, this is where I want my pattern to be. And then you take your pencil, this is the item I'm going to embroider.
Yeah.
And I draw my lines. Usually I would not use pencil, I would use a soluble water pencil.
Or a friction pen, which.
Well, no, because that's going to disappear with
Yeah.
heat, maybe. Water soluble or air soluble. So I draw, oh, and they want you to draw the top. So here's how it works. So basically this says this is where my design is going to be. So then I take this sticky back. I should have done it. And I go, where's the center of my thing, right?
Yeah.
Where, I gotta line my up, right?
Yeah.
And then I gotta take this guy and I gotta line it up with here, like that. Okay? And then you're
Is
gonna,
beating it part of the process?
yeah, you
Okay.
watch. I'm gonna show you a better way, but I'm gonna stick it in here. Oh, my goodness. Brett,
Would you
you
like me
stick
to-
it in there, yeah. You stick it in there.
I know that's what you want to do. Do it, Danny.
That's what she says.
Okay, so this is all lined up with my hoop, right? See that? Okay, so now hit embroider. And we won't do the whole thing, but I want to show you what it does.
Now, what we could do.
So what these are going to do for you is help you draw a line on your item, quilt,
Yeah.
bag, whatever, so that you know where to put it in your hoop to precisely, I thought you were going to start.
Oh, you want me to start?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I didn't want
So
to.
that you can precisely start your embroidery. I know, but we're only going to do a little because I'm going to show you. Yeah, which is fine if you have.
I'm already seeing what you're gonna do, and so
Yeah.
does that completely negate the need for the blue tiles?
Depends on the designs that they're coming with,
Okay.
right? And what if you have a machine that can't do it the way I'm going to show you?
Oh yeah, I can.
Come
see
on in and get one.
Yep.
What is the smallest brother embroidery machine that does a snowman?
It's the Stellaire, I believe, should do the snowman.
It does, but isn't there one below that?
Nope.
Did
No,
they
you-
stop
you-
making those?
You need one. You have to have something with a camera in it to scan it.
I thought the Weaver did. Okay, can someone Google? Does it create it?
No, the creator doesn't. I can tell you that. It might just be the Stellaire. They might have taken it out of the Stellaire. The Dream Machine did it.
Okay, we can stop this now because I'm going to show you my way.
Okay.
Now, so you can see, and then I'm going to unhoop it, guys, right? I got my one little pattern done. If I were a good girl, I would have marked. Oh, Brent, can you get that out? I think the foot's still down. Honey, if we didn't cut the, no, cut the thread.
What?
Don't
Yeah.
go through my hoop. Cut. There we go. Whew. All right, now can you take, I'm just going to let you.
Here, professionals.
Okay, good beat.
That's why you leave me here, so you can blame all this on me.
If this was a quilt or my folio, I would have taken this blue tile and I would have marked it all up. See, like this. So then I would keep hooping it and removing, and then put water on it and pick it out. And I said to myself, there's a better way to do that. You all know I love my Embrilliance free software.
Just as a yes, the Stellaire does do the snowman, but as I suspected, you need to use the app and use your cell phone for the imaging side of it. So the only machine that will do the snowman without the need for a cell phone or anything else is going to be the Luminaire, or if
Or
use Dream Machine.
Dream Machine.
Which is why the marketing department at Brother got rid of the Dream Machine for the Stellaire, so that you would buy the Luminaire.
Oh my God. Well, listen, your software from Embrilliance is free.
Yes.
The beauty of that software is you can take and print out anything. If you can bring the pattern up on your screen, which you can print it out. So as you can see, I printed out every single thing that I was going to position. When it prints out, it gives you a crosshair. Let's use this one, it shows up really good. It gives you a crosshair. Once I see my crosshair, I stick my snowman on it. See that, Brent?
Mm-hmm.
Now these are all reusable a zillion times. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same design. As you can see, I reused it a lot because it's got missing pieces to it. I'm going to take this and I'm going to say I want it here. The other trick to this is I don't want to use any stabilizer. So I'm breaking out a 5x7 magnetic hoop.
Or it could be a 6x10 or a 7x12.
Right, but I was trying to stay within the 5x7
the 5 is-
market.
yeah.
Because if I don't want to use the snowman and I want to use the blue tile and I want to line it up but not use any stabilizer, this is the answer. No stabilizer.
If you're using
Something like this.
that, yes.
Or a quilt.
Or a quilt, yes.
Or something that doesn't need. The only reason they have you hoop stabilizer
It's so you have something to
so
hook
it's
to.
something to stick it to. So now I've got a hoop, right? Now I've got, oh, Wait till you see this. This is the cutest thing ever. You wrote.
Oh my gosh.
This is decorated. It comes plain.
Oh,
But
you decorated it?
I did.
Do you get the cricket out?
No, they come with stickers for your planning book. So, and the washi tape. So,
Sarah has this calendar at the
Now-
house with stickers that are completely inappropriate. When my parents came to visit, it was really kind of funny.
okay, watch this. I'm just
Her
gonna.
sister got it for her.
I'm gonna
and it's
say this
wrong.
goes over here for giggles, okay? Now, obviously, if this was a
Giggles.
quote, I would be more kind to,
You'd
take
like-
more time.
you'd
But
line
we're
it
not
up.
taking time. I'm showing you, I've stuck it on here using my exclusive to the Bella Box tape dispenser. However, they are coming out with tape dispensers.
Are they going to be that cool?
They will not be this color, and you won't have my stickers. What can I say? So you're going to place this.
I can see it now, like 50 years from now in Antiques Roadshow. I have this collectible Kimberbell tape dispenser. It'll be Pawn Starred, and it's like, it's got to be worth $600. I'll give you $10 for it.
One of the things I want to point out for the magnetic hoop, Smarty Pants, is even if I've only got 3 sides in my magnetic hoop, that's enough. So as you're moving your project around, and you're like, oh, that side's not going to be hooped, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It will be fine. So when you're doing your folio, Bellas and fellas, get your magnetic hoop out. That's the answer.
I'd be curious to see the research data on how many guys have a Bella box.
Okay, so now this is in here, right? And I'm saying this is where I want that to embroider.
Yes.
So we're going to go return.
We're going to return
We're
here.
gonna, yeah. Well, you got it on the sewing machine?
Yeah.
Good, good, good. So now go into embroidery. I'm just basically having you start over.
Yep.
Now go into layout. And on the Dream Machine, it would just still be called,
It's called edit still.
Yeah, which
The-
is
the- yeah,
crazy.
the first edit,
see
second
the
edit.
snowman?
I'm going to press the snowman.
Press
correct.
the snowman.
I'm going to press the snowman. Okay.
It's saying, look, if you've done this 100 times and each time we had to wiggle and waggle it, then I'm going to reset it to its original
Waggle it.
wiggle waggle.
Oh,
I'm going
you
to
said
reset
waggle
it
it.
before I scan for my snowman. Here's another tip. If you're having trouble recognizing your snowman, it could be that even just a little of the sticker has curled up on you. That's how I've had that. We found the snowman. So now what he's doing is the head tells me this is the top of the design, and he's using the crosshairs on the snowman to determine how much he should wiggle stuff.
Yes.
Or if you don't have the snowman, see how I've got the crosshairs? Line those up with your magnetic hoop, which I don't have marked because I never use them, but normally people would have their centers
Yeah.
marked on their hoop as well. Line that up, and no interfacing or stabilizer required.
I got you.
No
Now-
stabilizer required.
Just as a
And
pro-
they're not going to tell you about the magnetic hoop because they don't sell one.
Yes, but I'm just going to give a quick pro tip out. You want to go to the screen over here, Eddie?
Oh, we have a pro tip.
Only because we did a class on this once,
Yeah?
and you see how always read your screen. It tells you what you need to know.
Yeah.
So in this case, it says remove the embroidery positioning marker.
Which in my case is this
The
whole,
whole thing.
The whole picture.
But whenever you use the snowman, it is supposed to come off before you start sewing, because you don't want to sew it into your project. I only bring this up because it happens. Anytime we've done a class with snowmen, somebody inevitably
Okay.
doesn't read and take this.
But I don't remove it right here. I always say, okay, and go to my first stitch and double check that my needle is dropping right where I want it to drop, even with the snowman, before I take him away.
Or you could do this.
No, they don't have that. They don't have
Okay.
that.
All right.
And see, it's not exactly 100%. That's why I don't use the projector.
Well, that needs to be calibrated then, because it should be exactly 100%.
No, you
All right,
calibrate
that's a
mine
whole
and
nother. That's
it's
a whole
not
nother story. Never
100%.
mind.
I don't, there's something about angles with projectors.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got you.
But what I do is I said, now when I go to my first stitch, because you know I'm going to want to pull up my bobbin thread. I'm not going to
Yeah.
want to get going without pulling up my bobbin thread. But for
Yeah,
tonight, we're not
for
talking
anybody that
about
wants to see what happens when you don't pull it up, you can watch the episode that me and Lynn did about
Yeah.
quilting.
We need an edge-to-edge quilting class.
Yes.
I want to do that. So anyway, whether you have the snowman or not, magnetic hoop is really the
Yes.
answer here. Okay, so now I'm going to take this off because you said to, right?
Yeah.
And now you're going to start it.
Yay! And that's all there was to it.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. So I have used no stabilizer. I can use this.
The money that
This
you will
is marking.
the money you will save in stabilizer, you could afford to buy a luminaire.
Well, no, but think about it with the blue tile. Even if I'd marked the blue tile,
Yeah.
and the secret is the magnetic hoop.
Yeah.
And how much is a 5x7 magnetic hoop?
All your magnetic hoops come in. The 5x7 is on lower end of the scale, but usually right up from 160 to 229 is
A
the range.
5x7 fits all those little embroidery machines.
Yep.
Okay, that's why I wanted to show the 5x7. And you can use it with the blue tiles. Now you're marking it and lining it
If
up
you're
by
only
hand.
going to buy one, I would recommend the 6x10 because there's
Okay.
most of the Kimberbell is geared more to the
They
6x10.
are doing more
Yeah.
6x10s, yes. And you probably don't have to watch that whole thing stitch out if you don't
You want me to stop it?
But
Have you seen enough?
you can see the quality is there, and
Yeah.
and cut the thread, and then remove it from the hoop. Watch it, see how easy it is to remove it from the hoop. So my point is, spring for the magnetic hoop, people.
One magnetic hoop is
Especially if you're
about
going
3
to-
rolls of sticky stabilizer.
Especially if you're going to be thinking about the blue tiles. With or without the snowman, the magnetic hoop is a game changer.
Yes.
Yeah,
Especially for quilting.
yeah, but
Yeah.
yes.
For quilt, it's good. Yeah, if you're going to be doing a lot of edge-to-edge quilting with your embroidery machine, you get a magnetic hoop.
I do not use the I can show you Mom's tip on the magnetic hoop. Would you mind taking that out? I do not use the magnetic hoop when I'm using a single layer of fabric. They bite. They are
Oh.
very strong.
Oh,
They really bite.
Yeah.
So I don't recommend that. I also don't like them when I have to do a lot of trimming. Although on this folio, I stuck
Well,
with it.
that's one of the things I always tell people when they're
But
looking at
every
them.
time I go to take it out, I'm like, oh, God, if this moves, I'm going to have a
Yep.
hissy fit.
Well, do
But
you
I
wanna-
don't, because I have a snowman sticker. But,
But yeah, that is one thing. If you are looking at magnetic hoops, if you like to do a lot of the machine applique type stuff, a magnetic hoop may not be the best choice for that because it can slide in the
not
hoop.
if
when
it's
you're-
a single
yeah.
layer. And
if you're going in and out of the machine a lot.
yeah, I would definitely recommend pre-cutting your shapes if you're appliquing
With the magnetic.
with a magnetic hoop. I get too nervous moving it
Oh
in
yeah,
and
that's
out.
one.
Although, here's another tip. I told you it was all about tips. When you slide your your hoop in as a just matter of habit, get to the point where you're putting your fingers back here as you slide in your hoop. I don't care what hoop it is you're sliding in. I've seen too many people, they jam the hoop in, this thing moves, and now everything's out of alignment.
And if your machine's ever out of alignment, turn it off and turn it back on.
Right, but meanwhile, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, if you don't catch
And
it,
they do
everything's
it.
going to be off.
And
Yeah.
so I always tend to put my finger here as I'm sliding it in, just to make sure.
And the worst thing that happens is if you slide it in and it goes off by a little bit, and you have a pattern that's right up to the edge, it will hit that hoop and something's got to give.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's just the needle.
Ask
but it can
Anita.
Give,
Anita knows.